Hello, everyone. I am here to talk about the eclipse, the lunar eclipse in Scorpio. And I feel like a kid because I have like so many things splayed out here around me, like cards, my Sabian symbols, Carl Jung's Sabian symbols. Carl Jung is around, y'all. And I think it's because we're purging so much of the shadow, and I really loved how he wrote about the shadow and the collective unconscious, and he really believed that as each of us do our inner work, it contributes to the collective consciousness. So this eclipse has really felt like a big, we're always purging stuff and we're always growing. But this feels like there's so many people who have hopped onto this bandwagon of inner work, due to like all the crazy stuff that's happened in the past 3 years. It feels like there's so many people that are, on this kind of journey of wanting to improve their lives and their experience that, it's starting to build. It's starting to build momentum, and it really is contributing to the shift in our collective consciousness. And, it could take a really long time to see like a majority of people shifting this way, but we're already seeing so much change, and it's just destined as well with the patterns of the astrology and just what we've all agreed to come here and do. And so I was looking at the Sabian symbols, and the Sabian symbol for the moon is children playing around 5 mounds of sand. And I was like, you gotta be kidding me. We have the eclipse on 5/5. There's this major 5 energy, which is about change. And what I saw when I saw these children playing around 5 mounds of sand, it's weird. I can't get this out of my head, so I'm just gonna say it. I feel there's this divorce happening, and these kids are just like, we don't care, we're gonna keep playing. And I was trying to figure out like where's the divorce? Like, is the divorce between the people and their ruling structures? Is it between the people in general, or is it between our own wounded masculine and feminine? The possibilities are endless, but it feels like this purge has really helped us let go of the patterns that were keeping us away from like our innocence and our childlike play and wonder and creativity. And it feels like, if the parents are going through something hard, the kids just have to keep playing and keep like doing their thing every day and keep creating the new in whatever that world is of theirs. And then I've also been seeing an incredible amount of videos of children who are like really advanced souls, like just, like, what's the word for it? Why do I want to say progeny? That's not the word for it, but just like kids that are like one and like playing piano and like from memories from past lives and things, and kids that are remembering their past lives, and kids that just are dishing out this like emotional, intelligent wisdom. And so, I'm getting chills. So it just feels like, this eclipse is like a turning point. And there are many turning points. There's never just one. But it feels good. And then I wanted to look at the sun's Sabian symbol as well. And it is a man muffled up with a rakish silk hat, coping with adversity. There are implications to our pushing towards improvements which force us to develop in character. And to me, this is all about integrity. It's like, even when, things are crazy, you show up as your best self, and it's cool, like this axis between, this is like the adult version of what the kids are doing, it's like carrying on, making sure you're focusing on what you truly align with, you know? And I think that the things we've been purging have probably helped us gain some clarity on what we align with and what we don't. And I think we can approach those situations with the innocence of a child, you know, like, well, this is just what's good for me and that's not gonna work, or, you know, just that kind of like, we don't have to be so serious. Like, we just need to keep carrying on and playing. And the reason I thought of Carl Jung is because of this Sabian symbol. It is one of his in his chart, and it is his moon. And also his rising is where Pluto is right now, which is an old Adobe mission. So I always think of like these people that I call the Aquarians, like the people that were a little ahead of their time, or they were doing something to contribute to this time. And Carl Jung is definitely one of those people. So anyway, I'm gonna pull a few cards just to see what else might come through. And I've got my sacred geometry deck here that I'm just loving. Ooh, wow. Peace offering. Look at that. It's like, man, that lightning bolt makes me think of Uranus. Wow, that's a powerful card. There's so much power coming from the heart. And then there's like these peaceful dove wings. This was something I was thinking about as well as with Scorpio, is how we should never underestimate our power. And power, I think because we've been going through this Pluto and Capricorn transit, we might have a negative association with power. But power is neutral. It depends on how you use it. I'm going to see what the book says here. Live peace, pray peace. Depicted on this card are vortices of peace doves spiraling over a background of dark storm clouds. The hearts are created by golden spirals and form the core of intention held by hands seeking peace. As we view world events in these times, it is disheartening to hear of war, conflict, and aggression. Many feel powerless, incapable of action, and defenseless in the face of the outrage. How can we be empowered? Both quantum physics and metaphysical thought affirm that by our intentions, we create our own reality. No matter how dark it may seem, humankind is evolving. This card symbolizes prayers offered with the conscious intention of peaceful hearts everywhere to shift from darkness and fear to love and peace, peaceful hearts to love and compassion. It advises you not to lose hope, rather to live peace in whatever way you are able. By your actions and intentions, you will accelerate the process of creating true peace. Both your prayers and your efforts in the community to actively live peace and support those who are like-minded will aid in shifting the balance. In so doing, recognize that you are assisting the evolution of consciousness toward a world in which peace is truth and not solely a dream. And I pulled this reverse, so I'm going to read the little reversed part. Peace is hard to come by in your life. Perhaps learning more about nonviolent communication and the way of the peaceful warrior may help you create a secure space from which to live peace. So I wanted to throw that out there too, in case it's helpful. If you feel like you're not living in a peaceful environment, how can you find that inner peace and then communicate from that place? And it can be hard, especially with all of the shadow stuff that is coming up for us. I also wanted to pull a card from my Mystic Martian deck because I'm feeling into this energy of play, and this deck is just, it's really fun. So lighten it up a little bit. That's what I love about the Scorpio Taurus axis, is like it can get really intense, but when it does, you can just go outside and play. That's like the medicine. Oh, wow. Ooh, Galactic Federation. Look at all those little aliens. extraterrestrials, I prefer to call them. Collaboration, meetings, community. This is just like, I feel like this is all of us on the internet who are like the quote unquote weirdos that are talking to each other, like me right here. Like, we're having our little meetings, we're talking about what we're working on and the future that we're envisioning together. And this is so Aquarian too. But see, they have like a little holograph between them. They're creating the reality. With their thoughts and their feelings. Oh man, that's great. Okay, let's see. What do we want to... I think I'm going to do an Isis card and call it a day. I don't want to stay on here too long. And I used my Isis deck last time. This just feels like... This eclipse feels super powerful. It's almost like every eclipse gets more and more potent. And I feel like all the energies, there's just more and more you can benefit from or ride on when you're conscious of it. That's all it is. It's becoming more aware of it, then it feels more powerful, you know? Ooh, the brother in darkness, overcoming negative energy with feminine power. This is like the same message as this peace offering. And I'm coming back to this concept of the divorce as well. Like, there's some really nasty divorces. This is the other reason I thought of it, is like, there's so much going on with like the financial system, and like, you know, when people go through a divorce, they're having to figure out like what goes here, what goes there. And this is not about like revenge, and it's not about projecting our unhealed wounds. It's about just peacefully moving forward and creating the new. And I'm going to read from this because I know there's going to be something really helpful. The brother in dark. I'm going to open right to it. Whenever negative energy is present, it is a sign that we are ready to move more deeply into our feminine divine power. The brother in darkness indicates that there is negative energy either within you or outside of you, but directed towards you, that is providing you with a spiritual test, beloved initiate. You shall overcome this energy with grace and triumph. Stay in your heart. There is no need to be afraid. This reminds me, something else that's been on my radar is the Tibetan Book of the Dead. And I just started listening to it. And it reminds me of the Egyptian Book of the Dead as well. It's these like, the concept is like these tests we go through. There's these different gates we go through after we die, or if we're going through a near-death experience or resurrection experience. And in the Tibetan Book of the Dead, there would be like these benevolent beings that show up in each bardo, and they would transform into like these demons. And they just keep saying like, don't fear the demons. Don't pay attention to them. Like, don't let them control your thoughts. And I think it's really about stepping through negative energy without fear. And when I think of Scorpio, I think of fear for sure. And so, yeah, it just feels like we got to stay strong, stay in the heart. That's been a huge message for a while. And be kind to each other, because we're all going through so much, you know? And that's something else I just keep coming around to during this eclipse, is how we each have our own unique roles that we're playing. And I feel like I'm just letting go of a lot of judgment of what other people are doing. And I just need to focus on what is it I'm doing, you know, and respect others on their journey, because they're a part of me. We're all connected. So maybe I'll pull one more from my Atlantis deck. Ooh, that flipped out. Okay, we got two. Ooh, Athena. I feel like I pulled her recently. Your super heroic odyssey is admired, and the butterfly, you have earned your wings. And she has the owl, so it's like she has this foresight and she has this ability to see through, and she's not afraid. she just keeps going. And yeah, y'all, we got our wings. It's time to fly. Keep going. Keep envisioning peace and love and harmony with nature. All right. Happy eclipse. Hope you're doing all right. Love you guys.